What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's having a great Saturday. I'm here in Miami right now. We've had raining cats and dogs. No, actually, it was raining heavier than that. It was raining cows and pigs. Cows and pigs, literally. I just saw the cows and the pigs just falling from the sky. It was that much rain. But it looks like it's cleared off. That's one thing they say about in Florida. You don't like the weather? Wait an hour. It'll rain. Wait another hour, the sun will be back out. And it'll be steamy. And it's steamy out there right now. Anyway, that's not why you're here. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday. I definitely am. We're getting on the ship not until tomorrow. Now, Virgin Atlantic, I'm going to hold you to this, guy. I'm going to hold you to it that you guys say that you got great internet and Wi-Fi. Um, I'm going to tell you, if you don't, I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to say you're lying because, I remember being on a cruise about 4 years or so ago and paying extra for the Wi-Fi. And as Shady McCoy would say, it was ass. I couldn't get jack out. I mean, nothing out. So we'll see if Virgin Atlantic can do a brother solid. In the meantime, I got to get the news out to you guys. In an interesting twist, we got a couple things going on. We have CD Lamb, who says he's not worried about his contract. He's worried about basically being in the best shape he can and having the best season that he can. Of course, it's in the back of his mind, of course, about getting paid, but it's not a distraction. That's what they all say. And that's what Dak Prescott said. Dak just kept on doing what he was doing, just kept playing and playing and playing. So they'll get that thing done. Typically, the Cowboys end up getting contracts done. You'll remember Zeke Elliott getting his contract done actually in the middle of training camp after he was hanging out in Cabo. But the Cowboys usually wait until training camp or somewhere around that time frame to get their deals and stuff done. It's just the way they do business. Um, Zeke Elliott, speaking of Zeke, Jeremy Fowler, who's been busy because Jeremy Fowler was talking with DeAndre Hopkins earlier today on Sports Center, and Hopkins basically is saying, "I'm not worried about," or excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm mixing these things up. Got up at 4 o'clock this morning after going to bed at midnight, so forgive me. DeAndre Hopkins basically is now open to playing with anybody, any team, and any quarterback. That whole thing of the wish list that he had, where it was kind of like, oh, I'd like to play with Josh Allen or Pat Mahomes or Deshaun Watson and things like that. Yeah, what's happening with him is the teams that seem to have shown interest before are not coming through with that contract that he's looking for. We heard that he's looking for like 15 million a year, like Odell. But right now, teams are not looking to spend big money right now. This is like you get that first week where everybody's going crazy and the money's just flowing. After the draft, teams are kind of they're penny wise after that. Okay, you don't look and see teams with a lot of money. Now the Cowboys got 21 at $21.4 million right now, which is 7. But a lot of these teams, especially playoff teams, the Cowboys are only playoff team that's in the top 10 of money that's left over. Most of your good teams have already spent all their money. So now you look at that and say, yeah, I'd like to play Pat Mahomes. Who wouldn't? But Pat Mahomes and crew doesn't have money. So now it's kind of, he's changing his tune that I'll play for anybody that'll give me that $15 million. But reality's going to set in that he's not getting that $15 million. Just not. It's kind of like what happened with Dez Bryant. When the Cowboys finally released Dez, it was at this time of the year where teams have already kind of looked and gotten their roster together. They've already started doing their work and stuff, and they're not looking to give out big money. So there you have right there. Hopkins is getting a dose of reality right now that he's not picking that team that he wants to go to, and he's not getting the money that he wants or feels he deserves. Then there's Zeke Elliott. Zeke, again, according to Jeremy Fowler, that the running back market has cooled. Uh, I'm not sure when was the running back market hot. The running back market has stunk this year. Eckler, they basically said, find a team that'll make a trade. No. Derrick Henry, find a team that'll make a trade. No. Dalvin Cook, find a team that'll make a trade. Maybe Miami. That's the only one that you've heard out there. And so, Zeke Elliott had his wish list of playing for, of course, Kansas City, Buffalo, Eagles, and things like that. And they've all said thanks, but no thanks. And so the thought now is the Cowboys are not saying no, that they might be able to circle back around with him. We'll see if that actually happens or not. It's a possibility, and they, at this point, if you look at it from the Cowboys standpoint, if they wanted to keep Zeke, knowing how everybody felt about Zeke, and not wanting to keep him at $16 million, they may end up getting him there for, the veteran minimum at some point because nobody's paying him. And, I originally went back and said, go to Zeke and say, look, Zeke, we're going to have to pay you, if we go ahead and do the June 1st cut, we're going to have to pay you $5 million, or we're going to be paying $5 million this year on a cap hit. How about we do this? We go ahead and redo your salary, your contract, and we give you $2 million for this season, then we take the $5 million that would have been your cap hit and say that's your contract for this year. Because if they bring him back, that's what the contract basically is going to end up being. It's about $7 million you're going to pay Zeke for the year. And as opposed to $16 million, it's actually not that bad of a deal. So that's the latest news on the Cowboys. The final note here is Skip and Shannon Sharp. Skip apparently is going to be the one to figure out who his partner is going to be. And Skip Bayless is definitely looking for a whipping boy. He doesn't want somebody who challenges him. He wants somebody that he can basically monster over, that he can control, that he can be the one. Because, see, he does not like to be challenged. He wants to be the center of attention. And see, it was okay when Shannon Sharp first started working with him. Shannon Sharp was just beginning his career. Shannon Sharp, was happy that he had a job. But Shannon Sharp's star has started to rise. And when you start looking at the podcast that he's doing with Club Shay, they're doing a lot better than Skip Bayless's podcasts are. And Skip Bayless can feel that and see that, hey, this guy is getting bigger than me. And he's trying to put him in his place. And Skip Bayless is becoming that guy who is difficult to work with. And that's not a thing that you want to have when you're in the entertainment business. There have been lots of great actors and actresses out there that got the reputation of being difficult to work with that no longer get work. So it will be interesting to see what happens with one Skip Bayless and whoever is going to be his new co-host. I dare say that it's the beginning of the end of Undisputed. I think the magic will be gone, and it will fade into the evening. All right, good people. I'm going to catch you guys on the flip side. Hope you're having a great Saturday, and I'll see you soon. Peace.